guys, what's going on? It's Brendan, Jace, and as always, Toby the Beagle from Heartbreaker Guitars Las Vegas. And today we are checking out the Matchless Avalon, a killer single channel amp, 30 watts, and we are going to test drive it through a couple of guitars. And Jace, what have we got first to try this baby out on?
Well, right now we're playing the Paoletti Nancy Union Pacific with Walnut P90. It's a very cool guitar. It's got a great sound, especially for this Matchless amp. I think this is a good good pairing to make sure that people get a good understanding of what the amp sounds like. So.
Yeah, no doubt. So, Jace, let's dive right in. We were just playing that with a little bit of reverb. The reverb's on about 3 or 4, I would say. But I'd like to hear it just a little bit stronger, so I'm going to push it over to about 6 or 7.
Sure.
And then what I'd like you to do is play a little riff, and then I'm going to go back to the 3 and 4 spots so we can kind of contrast and compare the two.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so right now I'm sitting at about 7 or so go for it. I thought that sounded good. It wasn't too strong, but let's go back to 3. Okay, so now we're back at 3. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so Jace, that was through the neck pickup. Let's hear the same playing, but let's hear the middle position and the bridge. Yeah. And I'll kick up the reverb to, what do you want at, like 6 or 7?
Yeah, around 7, just so we can really kind of hear that in the playback.
Okay, cool. So that's middle?
Great. Yeah. Oh, that sounds great.
Nice and smooth.
And on the bridge, so since we're actually moving over to the bridge pickup, so does sound good through the clean channel, but I think the real place that the bridge pickup would shine is if we start kicking up that volume and start attenuating it back to drive the tubes up a little bit.
Yeah,
Let's try that.
sure. Okay, so Jace, to achieve that overdrive sound, we've got a master here. So I cranked up the volume all the way to 10.
Yeah.
And then I just barely clicked the master to engage it. And that should give us a nice, sweet overdrive. I backed off the reverb a little bit. I'm down to about 1. And we're still sitting at the treble at about 6 and bass right down the middle.
Perfect. Yeah,
So,
and for viewers at home, this thing is loud. So that master volume, we've basically just got eked up, maybe not even to 1 on there. So.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but this actually has 2 different powers. It can be ran at 30 watts or 15.
Right.
So we're at 15 now, plugged into the low insert here. So let's give it a listen. That sounded great, but you know what? I definitely want to hear some humbuckers through this thing. What do you say?
Yeah, I think so. Let's, what do you think? Which one? So that was actually the bridge pickup that we were on here. So let me switch over to the neck, get a little bit warmer, see how that sounds.
You know, gotta hand it to Lindy Fralin on those pickups. When you went to the neck, it doesn't muddy up too much. It still sounds great.
Yeah, well, that's actually something that I notice about this amp in particular, is that everything comes through with a lot of clarity, and it's very responsive too, no matter what guitar you're playing on. So obviously we've got the volume, driving the tubes all the way up, so we're at the hottest setting possible. And of course, if we lay into it, get that sound. But if you just it's very responsive.
Let me ask you something, Jace. Now, a lot of people don't tend to inject a lot of reverb with lead playing, but can I turn on the reverb a little bit and see how it sounds with this overdriven tone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So right now, we're sitting at pretty much like 1. Okay. I'm going to put it at 12 o'clock. So that's not too much, I hope, but let's hear how it sounds.
Yeah, you can really hear that.
Yeah. I'm going to back it off just a little bit.
Okay.
Go ahead. Can you try the neck real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself using a reverb on much lead tones?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big spring reverb guy, especially. I love it when an amp includes that as a feature because it's one more effects pedal you don't need to have.
Yeah,
but also,
no doubt.
there's something about spring reverb that just sounds much more authentic than you get with digital. So I do enjoy that they included that here.
Yeah. Okay, Jace, that sounded awesome. Before we go, though, can you do me a favor? Can we go back to playing clean? I backed off the cut a little bit and put the reverb back around, about 6 or 7. I guess that's 1 o'clock.
Sure.
And I want to hear that one more time. And just a little bit on that bridge. Very nice.
It's an impressive amp.
Okay, folks, well, thank you for watching. My name's Brendan. That's Jace. This is Toby the Beagle. And today we were showing you the Matchless Avalon by Mr. Phil Jameson at Matchless in Southern California. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Take care.